we are very complex being. We are human beings, very complex being in a positive manner, not in a negative manner. Complex being simply means we have a physical form, we have a physical body which we see, which we nourish, cherish, and we know much more about physical body. But then we go one step further, and then we also know that we breathe 24 hours. The day, the time we were born, we started breathing, and we are alive because we breathe. So we are breathing being, not only a physical being. But then we also realize that we think. We are always thinking. We always keep our thoughts somewhere, and that is called the mind. So we also know that we are also a mental being. So physical being, breathing being, and mental being, bringing all being into one level where they are cohesively working together. That is what yoga is. Yoga means bringing balance, bringing all factors of your being into one place so they all are friends to each other and they have friendship and they work in a cohesive way. And that is what balance is, where your body is healthy, not only body, your breathing is healthy, not only breathing, but your mind is healthy. And then you go beyond mind, where you have your immense capacities, immense powers that which you hold within yourself, that you can do anything and everything. That is what yoga is. There is a yoga sutra. It says tada drishtu swarupe avasthanam, means when you practice yoga, then you come to know your own true nature. And your true nature is that you are fully balanced, you are well capable, and you can do whatever you want. Everything works at your will, not not by somebody else's will. So before I begin, I want to lead you through a 2 minutes of meditation. So I will guide you through a meditation. It is known as a guided meditation. You simply follow my voice and then you let the meditation take place in you. Meditation is not something that you have to do. Meditation is something that takes place in you. And how it will take place in you, you just simply follow my voice and let the experience happen within yourself. So just for 2 minutes, I want you to sit straight and close your eyes. So each and every one of you, wherever you are sitting, if you can sit straight on your chairs or on the floor on a cushion, close your eyes for 2 minutes and let me lead you through a relaxation meditation practice for next 2 minutes. So close your eyes gently and sit straight and make yourself comfortable in your sitting posture. As you make yourself comfortable, then gently withdraw the mind from all other times and places and be aware of your being. Be aware of your being from head to toes and toes to head. Feel the presence of your being, that you are here and now. Try to dwell in this very momentum in time. Then gently relax your forehead, relax your face, neck and throat. Relax your shoulders and your arms. Relax your spine. Keep your spine straight and also relaxed. Relax your chest, stomach, your abdomen. Relax your thighs, knees, calf muscles, ankles, and your feet. Relax your toes and the bottom of your feet, the soles. Bring your awareness from all other times and places to yourself. Be aware of yourself. Be aware of only the space that your body is occupying. Gently relax your toes, feet, ankles, calf muscles, thighs, knees, abdomen. Relax your stomach, chest, shoulders, neck and throat. Relax your face, eyes and eyebrows. You remain relaxed from head to toes, toes to head. You remain comfortable in the sitting posture. Then slowly bring your awareness to your breathing now. Keep your mouth gently closed. Breathe in through the nostrils. Breathe out from the nostrils. Now you pay attention only to your breath. Feel the breath in your nostrils as you breathe in. Feel the flow of breath in your nostrils as you breathe out. If mind wanders off, you bring your mind back to the breath. Do not be any concern, not to worry, no thoughts, no analysis. Simply breathe in and breathe out, and you pay attention only to your breathing. Feel the breath as it flows in and out. Let go of your concerns for a moment. Let go of all the worries and issues or matters. Simply watch and observe your breath. Inhale, breathe in, inhale deeply. Exhale, breathe out, exhale slowly but gently. Remain aware of your being. Remain relaxed and comfortable. Then slowly and very gently, now open your eyes. Thank you. Thanks for, I hope you enjoyed just for these 2 minutes. It's your first day. I'm sure your mind wanders many, many, many different directions at the same time. That is where the yoga quest begins from. And the quest is, we call it is my mind, but my mind doesn't listen to me. It goes into different directions and I have no control over it. So the yoga begins with the mind, means definition of yoga is complete control over the modifications of the mind is yoga. It doesn't begins with the body. Body is secondary. Mind is primary because mind is a mover. So we must or we try to understand the mover, and mover is mind. And thereby, when you understand the mind, then you move yourself whichever way you want. That is what control means. Yoga gives you complete control over yourself so that you can have optimum health, not only physical, but also psychological and spiritual. All three healths come together. That is what yoga means: combining, bringing together. In Hindi we say yog, like you count 2 plus 2 plus 2, 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2 is 6. It's called yog, ganit, math. So the entire math is, the life of math is yoga. I would divide yoga into three parts. For your, unfortunately, I have very less time. I wish I have like 3-4 hours to explain. But just yoga, the first thing, because we are totally unaware of the mind, because no one has seen what mind is all about. We talk about it, but has I ever seen mind? Does mind exist? We'll talk about it later. But breathing we feel, so we know that we breathe, and we know this physical body. So we'll begin with physical body. So you do some stretches so that your body is flexible. So when you do yoga, it gives you flexibility of the body. And then comes to the breath, where your breath is controlled, your breath is healthy. So you learn basic things about how to breathe. So how to breathe and how to keep your body healthy. That's where the hatha yoga comes, where you do some stretches. Like sun salutation, we teach some stretches, like maybe very basic you can do on your chairs. You don't even have to get up. And begins with two parts: the upper body and the lower body. So the upper part will begin with the first hand. You bring your hands like up and down 10 times. Then you bring your hands on the side. You rotate your arms. Just giving you example. You do yourself very, and you rotate your shoulders 10-15 times. You rotate your neck. Not 10 to 15 minutes of stretches is necessary, because our body is not trained to breathe properly. So you do some stretches for 10 to 15 minutes: neck exercise, shoulder exercise, arm exercise, and then lower back and upper back exercise. And sun salutation I recommend. If you do 6 sun salutation or 12 sun salutation, you have done entire yoga. You don't need any, because the life that we live very fast, everything is happening. You want to catch up with the life, so don't have much time to do hatha yoga. Therefore 6 sun salutation will be good. Maybe someday I'll teach you sun salutation. And sun salutation consists of all the movements that we need for the physical body, for the flexibility. Why do we need flexibility? Why flexibility? So that you can breathe properly, so that you can sit and meditate. Otherwise body will give you hurdle. That's why physical stretches are needed. 10-15 minutes. I will start from the breathing. First thing in yoga, we teach how to sit. And the first thing that I recommend, I tell people, try to sit straight with your spinal column erect. Don't hunch, because spinal column is the that takes breathing up and down properly, and gives the in proportion throughout the body, the optimum health by the breathing, because it works with the nervous system. Our nervous system is very tense at all times. So relaxation of nervous system, not only relaxation of the body, is through the breath. There is no other way that one can get complete relaxation without breathing. So we teach how to breathe. And the first lesson in yoga, how to breathe, is make sure that you breathe diaphragmatically. Make sure you don't breathe through your mouth. Make sure that you don't breathe from your chest. Make sure that you don't have a shallow breath. Make sure you don't have a short breath. Yoga says you have to have a balanced breath. You have to have a controlled breath. You have to have a long breath. You have to have a smooth breath. You have to have a organized breath. Only then, I was told to teach pranayama, only then we are capable, we are able, we are qualified to do pranayama. Otherwise, those pranayama exercises are doing almost nothing, maybe zero. Only thing, you can satisfy yourself that I do pranayama, but they are not giving you maximum benefit. So I will emphasize on each and every one of you, regardless of your age, if you want to really keep your immune system, your nervous system healthy, even autonomic nervous system can be brought under control by the breathing. Breathing is a life force, and that life force, that which gives you life, you can train. And the first training of the life force is have diaphragmatic breathing. Diaphragmatic breathing is that your stomach moves back and forth. Chest does not move. If you were to keep one hand on your chest and one on your stomach, tummy, so when you inhale, your stomach comes out because you are filling your stomach with air. When you exhale, slowly your stomach goes in. So you are breathing diaphragmatically, because diaphragm is, all of you are doctor, I don't need to go into anatomy and so on. So diaphragmatic muscles are the strongest muscles, and if you breathe diaphragmatically, only way, you are using all of your lungs. When you use all of your lungs, you supply uh, more than adequate oxygen to yourself, and you are able to exhale all the carbon dioxide. So that is the first step of health. Your nervous system is relaxed. Autonomic nervous system, sympathetic nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system. Most of us don't breathe properly. Most we have chest breath, we have shallow breath, we have a short breath, and thereby your nervous system is always in gear. You sleep. First of all, we don't sleep properly. We don't sleep sound because nervous system is tense. So my friends, diaphragmatic breathing, learn. So your stomach, let's make this experiment here. One hand on your stomach, one palm on your stomach, one on your chest. So when I breathe, it just, this only comes. That's all you need to learn in breathing. If you breathe proper, you are already being on the path of health. Health, health, health means being swastha in Sanskrit or in Hindi. Swastha means one who dwells in himself or herself. How to dwell means you are taking care of yourself. You are aware of yourself. That is what dwelling means. You are aware of yourself, how you breathe. You are aware of yourself, how you sit straight with your spine. Because if you sit with your spine, 30% of your stress will automatically will disappear just by sitting straight. Do you remember when you sit all day long, you stretch yourself, when you start stretching, because naturally your spine or your body is telling me to stretch me, and when you stretch your spine, you feel better within 2 minutes or within few seconds. So if you begin to make a habit from today that no matter wherever you're sitting, in front of your dining table or in front of your computer, keep your spinal column straight. You will feel tall, you will feel strong, you will feel confident, and you will be much more relaxed just by keeping your spinal column straight. That is first rule today. I want you to learn. I want you to take home. Number second rule, breathe from diaphragm. Thereby, you will be able to breathe deeply. You will be able to eliminate the short breath, shallow breath. The secret of being healthy, secret of being living long is longevity. Is your breath is long, your breath is your breath is organized. Organized simply means that you are not simply breathing whichever way you are, because you are breathing being. Organized breathing breath means that you inhale in a proper manner and you exhale in a same proper manner. It's not uninterrupting. It's not like, not like that. See, simply where you don't have sound in your breath, where you don't have jerk in your breath, simply organized like I breathe. Now I completed one breath. So you inhale, you exhale, you will feel relaxed. You will feel calm. You will feel serene, and you will feel happy. Happiness is within, and that happiness within simply means your breath is controlled and organized. Controlled breath means you don't have jerk in your breath. Controlled breath means your breath is smooth. Controlled breath means you are fully inhaling and completely exhaling. Not like each time your inhalation is different or your exhalation is different because thoughts, because of the mind, breath is a barometer for the mind. So whatever happens in the mind, breath is affected. So thereby, in order to control the mind, in order to train the mind, you have to train the breath. That is how you come to know what mind is all about. So pranayama, I am not touching today. I will touch, make sure you have a base. And the base is you have a correct breathing, you have a proper breathing, you have a perfect breathing. Only then you can build the castle of your pranayama exercise on top of it. If the foundation is laid very well for the house is very strong, house is very firm. So the house of your yoga is to keep your spinal column straight, do few stretches here, there, 10 minutes, but more crucial than stretches is breathing. If your breathing is deep and diaphragmatic breathing and longer breath, breathe deep, use all of your lungs. There are two asanas I'm sure everybody knows. Makarasana, crocodile. You lie down flat on your stomach, your feet are apart, your hands are in this position, and then your head rests on the wrist, and then you lie down on the floor and you breathe deep and long. Just take your time. Your nervous system will be so relaxed, you will have sound sleep, your digestion system will be strong, and more than that, you will feel so relaxed, you will not feel tired. Like a lot of people are going through so much stress, and stress is accumulating by the day. And as stress accumulates, then one day it has to land on the body. Where does stress is in the mind. So when stress reaches the maximum point, it has to land somewhere. So body is a physical body, it has to land on the physical body. So you end up with some disease or some problems or something like back problem, this problem, that problem. That's why all doctors know all disease are psychosomatic, means happens in the mind. So to remove all the stress, to relax yourself, to remain healthy, learn breathing. That's all there is. And once you have learned breathing, then your mind begins to speak to you. That's when the meditation begins, not before. Because it is said in yoga, like body and breath. So body and breath are not together. Wherever you are sitting, your mind is elsewhere because it's just wandering off. And wherever your mind is, your body is not. So yoga means bringing balance, bringing body and mind together. So how would you bring body and mind together? You know the body, but you haven't seen your mind. So yoga says breath is that tool. Breath is a thread, that which connects the body and mind. So get hold of your breath. So when you get hold of your breath, when you are aware of your breath, when you are paying attention to the breath, then that which connects the body and mind is known as breath. So when you work with your breath, you are connecting body and mind together. So body and mind come together. They speak together. They find communication. They cultivate, they develop communication. They cultivate and develop friendship. So where your body and mind are friend, and then breath is there. Breath is your life force that making your mind and your body healthy. That is what yoga, my friends. Yoga is that which introduces you to yourself in all levels. There are multi levels of being in you. You are not only body, you are not only breath, you are not only mind, but you are all of it from head to toes and toes to head. That is what called swastha, that I am healthy means I know all about myself. And then that is the secret of keeping yourself healthy. Not only eating healthy, of course, eating healthy is one part, but how about the keeping breath and the mind healthy? And mind and breath cannot be healthy unless you are aware of them. That is what yoga is. Pranayama will come later. Pranayama is not a big deal. Pranayama is not a something that is crucial. The crucial is foundation. Those who are elderly, let's say you are physically not able, what do? Just sit on chair and start breathing. That's all you need. A lot of people have heart conditions. They cannot do pranayama. What do? Diaphragmatic breathing, deep breathing, long breath, calm, even and serene. These are the qualities of breath. So when I meet a person who wants to learn yoga, or when I meet a person who has been doing yoga, I simply go nearby them and see how they are breathing. And I will know where they are in their yoga. So if you want to learn from me, I will emphasize that work with your breath. That is where the secret lies in yoga. Breath, because breath is a life force within. Breath is a vital principle of the universe. Therefore, the entire universe is throbbing. There's a life. So that life force needs to be polished. The life force needs to be trained. We were trained when we were born. If you see babies, they breathe from diaphragm. Their tummy goes up and down. But as we grow older, because of we start learning about the world, so there the emotions play role. So therefore, you start holding your breath. And by holding, you bring your breath up, and then you end up with chest breathing. And you have a chest breath, you are not using all of your lungs. If you are not using all of your lungs, then slowly as you grow older, your lungs go weaker and weaker. And then you have a short breath, you have a shallow breath. So nervous system only can be relaxed when you work with your breath. So stretches, whichever stretches you do them 10 to 15 minutes, but I will recommend you to work with your breath. The more you work with your breath, the better health you have. Your immune system, your not only your body, but your breath will have a better tool to not allow you to get sick. We get sick because there are imbalances. So there are physical balance that you bring, a little bit of exercise, eating good food, and so on. But there are spiritual balance. And what is spiritual balance simply means the capacities, the abilities that nature has given to you. The nature heals. Nature is healing. Your own nature is healing. So your own nature will heal when you keep your own nature in balance and healthy. So yoga here means a tool for perfect health. Yoga is a tool for bringing all entities together so that they have friendship, they are working in a cohesive manner, they speak to each other, and that is your body, breath, and the mind. Okay. I hope this is good enough. I will give Dr. Asim to, for the question and answers. If anybody has any question, please.
Thank you so much, Pandit Dabral, Panditji. I have a few questions about the live session, which I've been answering as we speak. But if you wouldn't mind showing us some breathing exercises or something that would help us with the breathing, that would really help.
What I would show people that this is where diaphragm is. Mm-hmm. Chest, stomach, diaphragm. So when you breathe, only this area should move. But not in a jerky manner, not just because sometimes what you do, you inhale and then you pause and then forcefully you exhale. Sometimes you forcefully inhale, then pause and slowly exhale. So it's an uncontrolled breathing. Controlled breathing means you inhale in a smooth manner, deep, and then same way, rhythmically you exhale, and then you don't create pause. Pause means jerk. Jerk means there are jerks in the mind. But mind is not known, so we cannot do anything about the jerk in the mind. Therefore, you eliminate the jerks in your breath, thereby automatically you eliminate the jerks in the mind. So thereby mind is stable, mind is relaxed. We talk a lot about relax your mind, relax your mind. How do I relax my mind? What is the technique? A lot of people ask. There is no technique as such to relax the mind. The only technique is relax your breath. The moment you relax your breath, mind relaxes. Like blood pressure, a lot of people have hypertension. What do? Either you go on medication or either you train your breath and you see how you can bring your blood pressure down. Right away. Guaranteed right away. The moment you begin to breathe from diaphragm, you can take a deep breath in, inhale, and then slowly exhale. So there is a rhythm in, there are no jerks, it's simply going up and then simply coming down. You will feel so relaxed, you will be so relieved and so refreshed, and as though you are never tired.
So thank you so much, Panditji. I certainly have noticed the improvement in patients' blood pressure when I am checking that in the medical office. And I have noticed that the few things that really help is I tell patients that, close your eyes, think about going into a happy place and take nice deep breaths in and out. And that helps to bring their blood pressure down quite significantly.
Perfectly, exactly. But only thing I will add, and that is take a deep breath, but a proper breath. That is diaphragmatic breathing. If they know what diaphragmatic breathing is, they already accomplished 30 to 40% of their health.
Okay. I have another question. Dr. Sakina Raj is asking if you could show a few breathing exercise, Panditji. We are already being taught diaphragmatic breathing, but is there any other type of breathing that will help?
Then we come into when you have a diaphragmatic breathing, then you do the very crucial thing what we do, because naturally day to day what we do, we inhale and there is a gap, pause, and then there's that pause and then you exhale. So the real work before you begin the pranayama will be eliminate the pause. So when you inhale, so how it goes, I will show you here. I'll make a diagram for you. And if you see this, so you're going up, arrow, inhale, then there's a gap, there's a pause, and then you exhale. Then there's a pause. So this is how normally we breathe, even if one has a diaphragmatic breathing, deep breathing. So you inhale up, then you have a pause, then you exhale, then a pause. So when you're doing your yoga and when you are meditating, eliminate this pause. So when you eliminate this pause, what will happen? Your breath will begin to flow this way in an oval shape, because you have inhaled and you did not create a pause, then you immediately exhale, then you immediately inhale. So this is how the breath pattern should be for a yoga person, for a meditator person. And there are reasons for it, because in order to really meditate where you are not distracted and disturbed by, that's the definition of meditation. What is meditation? Meditation means where your mind is no longer distracted and disturbed by any other worldly objects. How is that possible? If you achieve this, no pause between the breaths. This takes time, 6 months to 1 year, because we naturally will create pause. How? Because the thoughts are running in the mind. So as many as thoughts run into the mind, that is how many pause you create automatically. So in order to allow the mind to be free from distracted from the thought, you work with elimination of the pause. That takes long time. So that is the breathing practice I will tell everyone before you begin your pranayama. This is much more healthier, much more beneficial than any pranayama. Oval shape of breath.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I have a couple of more questions. Most of them are asking about how we can access your talk, and I have been redirecting them to our Facebook page, as well as we will have everything on our YouTube channel as well. I will type the details after we finish, or just closing before.
Yeah, sure. You can check my, we have website. We have website. It's called HimalayanMeditation.com. You can see there, I do workshops on breathing and all that. Even I do intensive pranayama exercises. Like I do Saturdays, I'm doing next Saturday, 2 hours intensive, 2 hours here, 2 hours there. I began with, I wish I had time, I could actually teach breathing, because that's one of my goal, to teach the entire society how to breathe properly. We are not breathing properly. People have forgotten. People have forgotten. And that forgetting nature needs to be bring back. So more than teaching them pranayama, I want them to have a foundation so that they can do pranayama. It's like giving a job to a person who is not qualified.
Panditji, you have given us a blank check.
Okay. So all of the audience, you are free to ask questions. If anyone wants to ask questions directly to Panditji, please raise your hand and we will put you on live and you can actually talk or ask questions yourself. Other than that, we will be taking more questions, and our, as I mentioned before, our session is going live on our Facebook page, as well as we will send a recorded version on our YouTube channel in the next few days. And our website is, or our web page is for the YouTube channel as MD International. Please hit the subscribe button, and you will be getting regular notifications for that, as well as for our Facebook. Dr. Rahman wants to ask a question.
Just I want to add something before Dr. Rahman, just a minute, hold on. Dr. Raj wrote here, thanks Panditji, meditation was so good, showing up different breathing exercise. Here I want to make a comment. We are already being taught diaphragmatic breathing. Very good. What I will do now, if you are taught diaphragmatic breathing, make sure diaphragmatic breathing is now natural and effortless.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's very nice. And then Dr. Rahman, you wanted to go ahead and ask a question?
I can't hear.
I'm unmuting you.
Okay.
Yes, Dr. Rahman, I didn't hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. I was saying thank you very much. This was a very, very good session, although I agree with you that I wish we had 3 hours. We will bring you back.
Just like that, we had like a drop.
Yeah.
When this is how I learned from the masters of thorough. One technique, if you go home with one technique, but go with proper technique.
Yeah. I liked your diagram that you drew about the breathing and how it has to be smooth. My question to you is that there are 2 questions actually, if we have time, if you can answer that. One is about, any typical exercises that you will prescribe for people who may be, having issues with high blood pressure. And my second question is, if nowadays, as you know, with the COVID, people are very stressed out. If you have any special advice from the meditation perspective or from what you know of, whatever you want to advise us about, it could be meditation, it could be yoga, it could be anything else. So
I would prescribe more than yoga. Again, the breathing for especially those who have hypertension, those who are stressed out, and always, can't sleep properly because they're always tense, too tired to sleep. So relaxing yourself completely from head to toe, do this 5 minutes of methodical relaxation as I did, relax your head, relax your forehead, relax your, face, relax your shoulders and all that. This is called methodical relaxation, surveying yourself from head to toes to head. What that surveying means, you are taking your awareness to each part of the body. So the moment you take your awareness, that part automatically relaxes. So I would recommend everybody to do this 2-3 times a day, or especially before going to bed. Lying down can be done or sitting. So relaxation from head to toes to head, number 1. Number 2, deep breathing. Inhale, exhale, no pause. Make your breath long, serene, even. Work with that rather than going with your thought. Bring your awareness to the breathing. Watch your breath. So hypertension will be taken care of. Stress will be taken care of. You will be relaxed. And then automatically your mind goes into a certain type of a zone where mind is automatically becomes so relaxed and you are in a state of meditation. Meditation means in the beginning, mind is relaxed. Mind is not relaxed because mind is full of thoughts. It's like going crazy into different directions. So bringing mind into a place where mind is not wandering off and mind is calm, shant. How would mind become shant or calm? Making your breath calm and shant. That is the only secret.
Thank you so much.
That's what I would recommend.
Thank you so much, Panditji. And thank you, Dr. Abdul Rahman, for your questions. I have Mr. Tariq Malik who wants to ask a question with you.
Please go ahead, Tariq.
Please, you're unmuted. You can talk.
I didn't know I had a question, but if you say so, I'm having difficulty concentrating despite your best efforts, Panditji. How does, even listening to you, I totally understand what you're saying. The diagram you drew was great, but how do you actually get yourself to that point where you're
very easy
2-minute relaxation and all that?
Yeah, very easy. My master would say that do it 3-4 times a day and continue doing it. If you start on Monday, by Saturday you will be seeing results. So don't expect overnight that you want to do it today and then immediately you will see the results. Give yourself a week, do it every day, 3-4 times during the day, you will see the results. That's the only way.
Thank you.
Practice. Abhyas.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I will share our Facebook page detail once again for all the viewers. Anyone else who wants to ask a question, we have Panditji here. The time is 4:47. We have another 10 minutes for our session. Please feel free to ask questions regarding breathing exercises and take wisdom from Panditji while he's here. We will definitely invite him again, but please feel free to raise your hand and I will include you in our conversation. So Panditji, I have one question while I'm waiting for other participants to ask. I've noticed that, sometimes they, in the medical terms, we have the psychologists, they sometimes say, use the exercise, breathing exercise pattern 4, 7, 8, or they give like a random kind of a number to try and slow our exercise when we get into a panic phase. What should we do when our breathing tends to get faster, and how to slow down a breathing when you're in a situation of anxiety?
That is where the practice comes handy, because like what I just showed you, what I said, if you practice every day, then when the time of crisis, when you actually need, you are trained to do it. You're not like something that you have not done it and you are doing. Of course, you will be in a panicking situation and you will not know what to do. So that's why practice is a tool that you will use when you actually need something that is a time of a crisis. So to me, it's a practice. Like a doctor, Tariq Malik, I said, just do abhyasa, practice 3 times a day, 2 minutes here. So altogether you are spending maybe 7 minutes or 8 minutes. And when you are practiced enough, or when you are used to it, then you can use it at the time when you really need. Otherwise, at the panicking state, you have lost your mind. You don't know. You can't hear. You can't think. So you will not be able to do it unless you have practiced. The practice comes very handy at that very time. So my answer to your question is, practice every day, 2-3 times a day, so that you would know what to do when you really need at the time of crisis or time of panic.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Panditji.
Otherwise, if I keep saying, oh, take a deep breath, you won't be able to take a deep breath because you're panicking. You won't hear me.
Thank you so much, Panditji. I have another 5-6 minutes left for our session. If there's anyone who wants to ask questions, please feel free. You can ask questions by 2 ways: by writing in the Q&A box at the bottom, or raising your hand, and I will allow you to talk directly to Panditji. Okay. I have one attendee who it's Lalit Jain. I'm going to allow Lalit Jain to ask the question. Here you go.
Unmute, Lalit Jain, unmute your microphone.
Unmute yourself and you can ask questions.
There's something wrong with their microphone.
Do you want to try again, Lalitji?
I think he's saying it, but we can't hear you.
There's a problem with the audio, I think. Her audio.
Right. Yeah, problem with the audio. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to type your question, Lalitji, and then we can ask? I think we can't hear you properly. And I can ask on your behalf.
Yeah, while you are typing or while you are, I can also say something. Whatever I have said, it looks very simple. It looks very easy. A lot of people might be thinking, "Oh, I know diaphragmatic breathing. I know this. I know that," but we tend to forget basic things, and these are the basic things that will build something stronger for you later on when you are fully equipped with the basic foundation. That's where I am coming from, because I don't know where you guys are, and so I will speak from where everything begins. So you start from where it begins. There's no advanced, there is no beginners. We all are advanced in our own way. We all are beginners in our own way, as long as we have a complete foundation. So when the foundation is being laid with correct posture, correct way of breathing, then you can build anything you want. It will never shake. Otherwise, the foundation is not firmly done, everything will shake. And shaking is not yoga. Yoga is a path of stability. Sthir means so stable, yet relaxed. I will give you a lot of people practice asana. Do you know what the definition of asana is? Definition of asana in yoga is sthira sukham asanam. Sthira means asana, the posture is that which is steady, sthira, and sukham, comfortable. You are comfortable and yet you are steady. That is called asana. That is called posture.
Now, I thank you so much, Panditji. I have Ranjan who wants to ask a question. Please unmute yourself and feel free to ask a question. Ranjan, you are okay to talk? Please unmute yourself and ask the question.
Ranjan has her hands up. So Ranjan, go ahead. Dr. Rahman ji, something wrong with the microphone.
I'll try muting and unmuting again.
Ranjan, please go ahead.
Please go ahead. You're okay to talk?
No.
I
mean, some microphones are working. I think Tariq Malik was fine. He was
right
from Florida, so I think that long distance call came through.
Okay. Ranjan, would you mind trying again? I have, I'll disable talking and invite you again. Give me 1 minute. Please unmute yourself and talk. I have added you again. No.
Dr. Asim, can you make her a panelist? She will be able to speak maybe?
Let me try and see if I can do that. Okay, you're a panelist now, Ranjan. Try and speak now. No, I think.
Or type.
I have unmuted as well.
She's on mute.
Yeah. So please unmute yourself and then start again. No. Unfortunately, we're not able to connect.
Her microphone is still on mute. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, still, I see unmute. Yeah. No, I mean it's muted.
Yeah. So I'm trying to.
Ranjan's microphone is muted.
Okay.
Maybe Dr. Rahman, you will have this because you are host, so just unmute.
I'm trying to do the unmute myself as well, and it's not working.
Dr. Asim is the host now. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Do you want to type your questions?
नहीं हो रहा काम.
No.
Oh, she's unmuted now.
Okay. But she is disconnected.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So I think we are done for our session for today, viewers and participants. Actually, I have one comment. Good breathing technique, Panditji. I will keep working on it. I am Kanak Khare. I believe you know her.
No.
No.
Kanak.
And then
Kanak
she.
Khare. I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay, and then thank you so much. So this calls the end for our session for today. We will be hosting more webinars like these in the future, and hopefully we'll get Panditji to come in again and give us more insight because, as he mentioned before, 1 hour is very little time for him to teach us everything, and we would like his wisdom to be shared more to our viewers. So if you, once again, I'm going to repeat this. Please, if you want a recording for this session, it is available. It will be available on our web page or our YouTube page in a couple of days. But we did go live on Facebook, so go on MD International Facebook page and then click on today's session. Also, I'm going to comment on the website. It's Himalayan meditation.com. Where Panditji has different exercises as well as breathing techniques that he's shown. So please feel free to access that. I repeat again, it's www.himalayanmeditation.com. You can go there and get all the necessary videos you need for helping you breathe better. So thank you, Panditji, for today. Once again, it was an honor having you here. And this brings us to the close of our session. And thank you, participants and viewers, for joining us.
Thank you, everyone, those who participated, and just do this breathing. You are fine.
Thank you.
Trust yourself. Namaste.
Thank you very much.
Again. Thank you. Thank you. Nice meeting you, both of you, Dr. Rahman and Dr. Asim.